Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be doing something a little different. Instead of checking out an episode of a cartoon or a movie or a TV series, I'm gonna be checking out a little short that I realized exists about a series that I recently finished uploading reactions to. That being the Fullmetal Alchemist 2003 series. As you may have noticed, I recently finished reacting to it. Well, uploading the reactions. I actually finished reacting to it in May of 2022, and it took me until January of 2023 to finish uploading them. Yeah, it took me a while, I know. But I've kind of been reinvigorated in terms of my enjoyment for this show. So I wanted to do this video not only because I recently found out about the existence of this, but because I also wanted to talk a little bit more about the 2003 series, because I just want to say that despite what I've said in the reactions or how much enjoyment I've had during the reaction videos, I want to say that I do enjoy the 2003 series more, because during the editing process, every time I basically had to rewatch the episodes, and I ended up enjoying them so much more, even the ones that I might have not really been super into during the actual reactions. So I'm sorry if I was a little bit too critical or too whiny about it. It wasn't my intention, but I was not only under pressure to finish the reactions as soon as possible, but I was also just rushing towards the end of the series because that was the most entertaining part for me. And yeah, if you're not aware yet, I will be doing reactions to Brotherhood. While not necessarily soon, it's gonna happen sometime this year, most likely. After I've done the original Ben 10 series, I will be doing Brotherhood, and I'm honestly really excited because based on your guys' comments, I've heard a lot of good about it, and that it's actually not quite what I thought it was gonna be. Like, I thought it was gonna be a toned down and more like the violence would be more removed and there's not gonna be gore or anything, but it does seem like it's still gonna keep it, so I'm curious to see how much. But before we get into any of that, I want to be checking out these little shorts that are supposedly not canon to the 2003 Fullmetal Alchemist series, but are cool little additions to it. And I plan on checking out only two of them because I am not able to find any of the other ones on YouTube. Well, I can find one more, that being the one which shows Ed as a 100-year-old man and his kids in the aftermath of the Conqueror of Shambhala movie. But it's a super short one. It's kind of unnecessary for me to do a reaction to it, and I've seen it before, so I decided not to do a reaction to that because there's not much to react to. Whereas for the one that we're going to be checking out today, that being the introduction to the Fullmetal Alchemist world featuring Havoc, there's going to be more going for it, you know? And the other one that I'm going to be checking out, although in a different video, is going to be the Fullmetal Alchemist State Alchemist vs. Homunculi video, which is the one that I'm really excited about. But if you guys want me to check out some of the other OVAs for the 2003 series, link them down below because I'm not really able to find them fully. Because I think there's two more, one being a chibi short, and the other one being kind of like a recap of the series, but I wasn't able to find them on YouTube in one place especially. So link them down below if you know the link, you know. Anyway, I'm really excited to see what this is going to be about. Maybe this is going to give me some perspective about the world of Fullmetal Alchemist that I wasn't aware of. That's going to help me to enjoy Brotherhood more once we get there. I don't know whether that's going to be the case, but there's only one way to find out. So, I guess before we get into it though, I do want to remind you that I would really appreciate it if you guys help me out with my transition by donating to my Patreon or Coffee account, because for those of you who don't know, I'm trans. And by doing so, you will get access to the full-on version of my reactions that I do on the channel, which includes Fullmetal Alchemist and other cartoons, short live-action TV series, long live-action TV series, and movie full-on reactions. Alternatively, you can also just watch the YouTube versions and simply like the videos, but it is appreciated if you do go out of your way to support me. Now, enough with the chit-chat, let's just get into the short introduction to the Fullmetal Alchemist world featuring Havoc in 3, 2, 1.
Hello there. You're now standing in the central command of Amestris. As your Führer, I wanted to take a moment to welcome you myself.
So it's called Amestris,
please,
huh?
howdy, soldier. Now then, I understand you turned quite a few heads with your alchemy exam. And in recognition of that outstanding potential, I'm naming you a probationary state alchemist as of today.
Thank you.
This will allow you to hone your talents in actual combat. And I expect after a year of service, you'll pass your assessment test and become a full-fledged state alchemist.
Let's
with all
hope
the
so.
pride and privileges that go with it. You'll be under the command of Colonel Roy Mustang, who's stationed here in Central. He'll debrief you on everything else that you need to know. You'll learn more about alchemy, applications for automail, military theory, and intelligence on our nation's worst enemies, many of whom are operating inside our borders. All of this information is highly critical, so let's try not to forget anything.
I'll try to.
Oh yes, I forgot. Please, all photography, video, and sound recording is strictly prohibited inside Central Command. That is all.
Cool.
Welcome to Central Command, rookie. I'm Second Lieutenant Gene Havoc, and I'll be debriefing.
I already like what this
Mustang
is, by the way.
Well, busy. Today's first lecture is on alchemy and its role in our state. Alchemy forms the backbone of science and technology in Amestris. By understanding, breaking down, and reconstructing matter, alchemists literally reshape the world within the limits of equivalent exchange. And of all alchemy's applications, none is more crucial than national defense. Through the State Alchemist program, the brightest candidates are given the guidance they need to hone their skills, develop our culture, and keep this country safe. State alchemists aren't just soldiers, they're scientists, and with their ample research budgets, they're finding new ways to improve our world every day. In addition to the silver pocket watches, state alchemists are given special titles by the Führer himself as a symbol of their importance to the nation.
I love those
Sowing
titles.
Light, Crystal, Strong Arm, Flame, Crimson, and Full Metal are a few of the titles held by state alchemists today.
So that's why he's called Fullmetal, but he's not Fullmetal.
You too. Who knows what he'll come up with to describe your skills? All right, we've got a lot more to cover, so let's move on to the next debriefing session.
I wonder what I would want to name myself.
Here we are at the next station. By the way, if you're wondering what the Colonel could be so busy
I'm now gonna have to figure out a cool name for myself. I'll put it in the video
Let's not talk about it, okay?
once I've come up with it.
Anyway, this debriefing is on a technology that's advanced quite a bit in our country because of alchemy. Automail. The term was first coined to describe basic mechanical armor, but thanks to astounding breakthroughs, automail is now used to fully replace missing body parts, such as arms and legs, with mechanized versions that are often better than the real thing, in terms of performance power at least. What you're seeing now is a typical automail studio, part machinist workshop, part medical clinic. It was
That's a
here
cool
that automail
concept.
Replacements were built for the right arm and left leg of Edward Elric, the Fullmetal Alchemist. That's right, even some state alchemists rely on automail. Listen, I don't know how much you've heard about Ed, and I should keep my mouth shut, but whatever. So Ed's the youngest person in history to become a state alchemist, and he's a prodigy and all that, but he's also a rude and impossible runt. So take my advice and don't follow in his footsteps. Got it? Now let's keep moving.
Are you kidding me? Of course I'm gonna follow in his footsteps.
Okay, time to learn more about your military unit. We're stationed here at Central Command under Colonel Mustang's inspired leadership.
Oh, I remember that episode.
We work in
That was really
cooperation with the
fun.
city police to maintain the peace in all of Central. Other than myself, officers include First Lieutenant Risa Hawkeye, Second Lieutenant Hymens Breda, Warrant Officer Vato Fallman, and Master Sergeant Kane Fury. Together, we run day-to-day operations and oversee the regular...
I still cannot remember your names, guys.
Of course, our colonel
Sorry.
is supposed to be in charge, but like I said, he's not here. Because our colonel's out on the town. On a date! Our colonel is on a date. And not just any date. He's doing his suave, smooth-talking, I'm so cool and perfect routine on the cute nurse from the military hospital that I have a crush on. So now I'm giving his lectures while he steals what is probably my only chance at romance. How is that fair? Listen, guys, do not introduce your girlfriend to Mustang. And women, don't think for a second he's a good man. Sure, he's got looks, but inside he's a beast. Maybe you'll have a great weekend together and you'll get all excited and tell your friends you're in love, but he's not gonna call you again. I know it. Oh, Lieutenant Hawkeye, I didn't see you there. I'm just, I'm briefing our new recruit. Say hello, new recruit. Let's move
Hello.
on. I heard that. You said I'm in a lousy mood because Lieutenant Hawkeye yelled at me. Well, fine.
I love this. This is such a fourth wall breaking kind of thing. I love it. This is like the one of those Gravity Falls shorts. I love that. I wish more shows did shit like this.
For years. But recent events have pointed to a different enemy, a group calling themselves homunculi. A homunculus is a man-made person, basically a human copy made by alchemy. They've been theorized about for centuries, but never created for real. Doing so would require a human transmutation, which is alchemy's great taboo. Of course, since you're an alchemist, I'm sure you know that. Just as you know alchemy's great principle of equivalent exchange.
Which has turned out to be kind of bullshit, right? Considering the story of the show.
You start with. But that's where our enemy's motive comes in. They're after that other great legend of alchemy, the Philosopher's Stone. It's said that with the stone, you can ignore equivalent exchange and have virtually unlimited power.
Yeah, but you can't.
Who knows if any of this is true, but I can tell you one thing.
Considering how you create the Philosopher's Stone, that's your equivalent exchange. You kill shit ton of people to be able to do alchemy, without having to kill them as you're doing the alchemy.
We have a code red emergency in Central. All soldiers report immediately to the briefing room. Repeat, all soldiers report immediately to the briefing room. Colonel Roy Mustang will prepare you for impending mission deployment. This announcement supersedes all other orders. This is not a drill.
Okay, so that was a nice little short there. I was hoping for something a little bit more compared to what we get, like some more in-depth stuff that I wasn't aware of, that it kind of explains to me about the show and about the world, I guess. And it kind of, I guess, gave me that, like the name, which I already forgot, the name of the country that they live in. But yeah, it's a kind of cool and little short, and I really, really liked it. There's not really much to say because it's pretty much discussing things that I've already talked about during the reactions, but I definitely enjoyed seeing that, and I enjoyed the perspective of basically being like a vlog kind of thing where they talk to you as a viewer. Like, that's really creative and really fun, and I really, really liked it. And like I said, it reminds me a lot of some of the shorts that Gravity Falls has done, especially the one where they record themselves. I mean, pretty much all of the shorts are like vlogs, right? From what I remember, or at least a lot of them. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, really, really fun. I'm really excited to be checking out the one which is like a 10-minute action scene, but I'm going to be checking that one out in another video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and if you did, comment those down below and let's have a discussion about it. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 4 patrons on Patreon: Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, Corby Dead, and Theo Rose Gelatly. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me, you have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not already know, that will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do in my videos. That thing being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman, though I am unsure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people. But that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country with a family that won't really ever accept the fact that I'm trans if they ever found out, it's not really feasible or easy for me to transition here with minimal to no repercussions. So that's why I would really, really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything. I don't want you to feel like you have to help me. So if you don't want to, or you don't have the means to help out, that's okay. Don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me get out of this situation. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask me, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Wattpad, where I post fun stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Coffee account, where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!